What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video of Kicking It with the Kendrick. Right now, you will just see me. Everybody else is doing their own little thing. The boys are in the bed. My husband is in the other room doing his lesson plans, and I'm in the office getting ready to make a shirt. So I wanted to hop on here because I was on TikTok getting ready to go live and show y'all how to how I'm going to achieve this design that I'm getting ready to do. But they gonna just cancel my live on TikTok talking about I was basically going against the community guidelines. And I'm like, huh? I know I get a lot of speeding tickets and stuff, but really, TikTok, really? But we ain't gonna trip. That's what YouTube is for. And that's why I'm glad y'all are subscribing to my channels. Those followers are going up. Y'all keep sending your friends over because I know y'all want to know all about how to start your business, for one. And for two, how to just get started, period, with making shirts. Shirts for me was like an outlet. I was able to just branch off, get into my own little world and do it, and I just kept going, which is why, you know, I still got little errors here and there that I'm working on, but hey, I haven't gave up. I'm gonna keep going because I do plan on putting my 2 weeks notice in soon, but not too soon, but it's gonna come. I'm claiming it. Anywho, enough of me doing all this yapping. Let's get over here to the computer. So as I was stating, for those of you that was on my TikTok live, I was in the process of doing a shirt for my coworker. So she's having she's having an event on Friday, and of course she has a son, so she's a boy mom, and she wanted her son, she wanted her son to have a shirt that says security. So let's make it. She didn't want anything drastic or anything, so of course we're keeping it short, sweet, and simple. So for all my beginners, this is definitely the video for you. I purchased this design off Etsy. It was like $1. I think I spent $1 on this. But the only reason why I went to Etsy and I did not create this image myself is because I'm kind of like still brand new to making my own shirts, and most of the time I know a lot of people are wanting a certain look, that certain design, and instead of me putting aside the time to create my own, when people send me their design and what it is that they want, I kind of like to deliver their vision. So with this particular shirt, it's for a youth small, so of course it's not going to be that big, and of course we just want it going across this shirt. And like I say, this is a gilded shirt. I don't know if y'all can see, but this is a gilded extra small. And then this is the vinyl that I'm using, and it's by Scissor. And it was $38.99, but of course with tax it came up to like $40. But you get a pretty good roll out of it. So yeah, very good. So all right, now let's size our image like we want it to be. I'll bring my laptop up just a little closer so you all can see and try not to drop it. Because if I move this a little bit more, it's going to come out the wall, and I don't want to mess up the line. So I hope y'all can see this. So like I was saying, it's going on a extra small youth shirt. So we don't need this to be big at all. We don't want to overpower the shirt. So what we do want is, we do want to bring it over just a tad bit. So when you want to, you know, make it wider, longer, stretch, there's a lock outside of your design. And right here, you can unlock it and you can lock it. When you lock it, it just gives you the option to spread it out. When you unlock it, of course, it gives you the option to spread, but also pull down like that. Of course, we don't want it to look like that. So up here, you have your backspace. And so it just took me straight back to the original design size. So with this, I want it to be pretty much right at in the width. I want it to be right at, you know, close to 9. And then with height, we're gonna leave it like it is, and we're gonna leave it at 3. So it's 3 in height, 8.7 in width. So this is a pretty good size for a extra small, youth small anyway, shirt. And of course, we're gonna have it going across the chest. And then too, the thing that I do like about this roll, I'm not limited to, like, if I do print out my design and it's too small for me, I could go back in and just redo it. And yeah, I could be wasting vinyl, but at the same time, I want to deliver what I know is best for the patient, so the client. So I don't want to just feel like, oh, I'm not finna waste my vinyl, it's just gonna have to go. No, if you look at this design after cutting and it's too small or it's too big, the appropriate thing to do is to go back in and resize so that the customer can be satisfied. Because at the end of the day, this is your work, and when people wear your work, the first thing that they're gonna say is, Courtney or whoever made your shirt. Okay, so let me go back. So I was ready to make it, but before I can make it, I have to select all. And I hope y'all can see this. I'm trying to zoom in, but it's not allowing me to do so. But I click select all, which is up here. So right now it's grouped together. I selected all the words together. And then at the very bottom over here, I'm going to click attach right here. Right here. You know what? I'm probably just going to take y'all off because I really want y'all to see exactly what I'm talking about. So right here, I'm going to click attach. Okay, and now everything is attached. All right, and then once I'm done, up in the right top corner, you have make it. So once you go to make it, this is how it's going to look on your mat. Now that we're on the screen of our mat, it's 2 things that you need to pay attention to. So when you get to your mat, it's a thin red border that goes around your mat. And most times when you go to make it, your image could be right at the top or over directly on the red line. We don't want that. because of course that means that's your margin and you're over it. And then when you go to cut it, it could cut off your design. So we don't want that. So always just make sure you paying attention to where your design is positioned on your mat. All right, so the second and final thing is this over here. And I hope y'all can see. You always mirror your images when you are using transfer heat. Because if you don't mirror your image, it ain't gonna come out. You basically wasted vinyl and your time, your precious time. I promise you, if you do not mirror your image, you basically starting all the way over. So I'm going to click mirror, and so I'm gonna take you back over here. As you can see, when I mirrored it, of course it placed my wording backwards. And that's exactly how it's supposed to be. When you click mirror and your image or your words do not go backward, if it don't look weird to you, it's not right. If it look correct, it's wrong. If this look like security from this point all the way to this end, it's wrong. So basically when I mirrored it, it actually flip my image, which is what I wanted to do. So I just double click and make sure that it's not on a red line, which it's not. So I just go down here and I hit continue. So now up here, my Cricut machine is a Bluetooth machine. I have the option to plug my Cricut into my computer, or I could just turn on the Bluetooth method and it will pick up via Bluetooth, which is something that I absolutely love because I could take my laptop with me across the room. Not too far, but across the room. I don't actually have to be sitting at my desk to actually send it to the Cricut machine. So right now it's still trying to connect, and I have my printer, not my printer. I have my Cricut machine on, and as you can see, it has turned blue, which indicates that it is connected to the computer. So now that we have it connected, we have this section right here.
It's 8 o'clock.
And basically what it is a set base material section. And this is where it lists your everyday iron-on vinyl, your vinyl, and all your holographic heat transfers, premium vinyl, foil, iron-on, paper, adhesive, bag, and glitter. Those are my top favorites that I kind of like use. So I kind of put a star on it, but also you could browse over here and then take you to a screen where you have different options such as artboard, cardstock, fabric. Fabric is kind of lengthy because you have so many different type of fabrics. You have felt, foam, foil, metal, iron-on, paper, leather, plastic, vinyl, and other. So Cricut give you a lot of options to choose from when you're doing this. So instead of always clicking in here trying to find the one that you're using, it just gives you the option to create it as your favorite. And so today we're using the everyday iron-on, and I just click right here. So the next step is, and I completely skipped the step, but the only reason why I'm skipping that step because it ain't gonna take me that long to basically get to the point when I do that other step. But anyway, this particular step right here, it gives you the pressure option. So before I get to the pressure, this is a reminder too. It say make sure mirror is turned on and iron on material is face shiny side down. So that right there give you an indication too of how you need to go back in and mirror your image if you haven't done so. And then we'll talk about how to place your vinyl on your mat after this. So pressure, it give you more, default, or less. So more, I tend to always use more if I'm using glitter vinyl because it's kind of thicker than a regular vinyl. More is for cardstock, you know, that very thick, something thicker than what the normal vinyl piece is or material piece is. So that's when you'll use more. And then, I'm sorry y'all, my phone is about to go dead. So but it's just basically more for those heavy type of material. Then you have default, which is pretty much vinyl, the simple weight, lightweight things. And then you have less when you don't want to cut in too deep or whatever material you're using. So it's kind of self-explanatory. And then so right here is where we load the tools and the material to the mat. So this right here, basically, depending on what you mark up here in the basic material set, this is telling you which tool to load into your Cricut machine. So being that we're using vinyl, it's telling me that no tool is required in clamp A, but load the fine point blade in clamp B. Then once I load the mat, press the load and unload button. So right here, my Cricut come with 2 clamps. This clamp would be like for pencils if I was working with cardstock, making a card. So this is where my marker would go because it would need to write on the card. And then this is the clamp B, where the blade is inserted. And if you press down, you can kind of see the blade going up and down. And then this light right here is the load and unload for your mat. So let's go and let's jump in. And I'm gonna place y'all back up here so I can use both of my hands. So I have my mats hanging on a wall because mats can actually get destroyed quicker than you think. I recently just bought this mat. It's kind of holding up pretty good, but you can purchase these at Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's, Amazon, places like that. And I highly like to recommend people to purchase these from like Amazon, because most of the time when you order from Amazon, they're gonna at least give you 2 or more in a pack, and that way you won't have to keep, you know, ordering or buying, you know, so many. So this is our mat that we're gonna use. It's a 12 by 24. I'm gonna show you the other size mats, but the other size is a 12 by 12, but this is a 12 by 24. This is the size that we're going to use. I'm gonna place this right here. I'm gonna go ahead and open this. This right here is a good tool too. I think I have shown this to y'all so many times on my TikTok live, but I love this thing because it's like for the weed, when you're weeding your image. So you just brush that through, and then just be careful to just kind of pull it off your paper or off your vinyl. Like I said, y'all, this is going to be very simple. I hope I'm not moving too fast, but I know my phone is getting ready to die, so I do want to make sure I capture most of it. But like I say, this is going to be a very simple shirt for beginners. And then later on this week, I'm going to show you all how I do my sublimation shirts. All right, so we got it off. And excuse my junky desk. Oh my goodness. When I say I have everything up here in the sun, everything. All right. Put them shirts right there. All right. So what you do at this point, we're getting ready to load the vinyl onto the mat. And so let me see this right here. So what I like to do, what works for me, I like to just go back. Keep that phone on. Let me bring it up. But I like to go back here to edit. And edit kind of helps me to know where to stop on the mat. So I'm at 4 inches and I'm at 9 in width. So, well, a little bit past 9 in width, so like 9.5. So it kind of like guides you on where to start and to stop when you're putting your vinyl on your mat. Okay, so now that we know where to start and where to stop, you just go back and hit done, and it takes you back to the screen that you left off on. All right, so my vinyl kind of got on the paper, and I could use this. You know, I done found some scrap, but let me see before I commit, because it said 4 to 9. And will you look at God? I mean, won't he do it? Won't he do it? So that was good. So I won't have to use this just yet. All right, cool. So up here, I have a very unorganized vinyl storage section. I got to clean up and clear up. But when you are a designer or anything dealing with owning your own business, organization sometimes go out the window. You just trying to get it done. So, you know, you can go to bed or move to the next project. So, okay. So it's on our mat, and this is how it looks. So remember, and Cricut told us to load and unload, to load our mat and press the load and unload button. So this is what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Now I cannot talk today. You'll think I don't have a master's or a bachelor degree the way I'm talking. But anyway, so it's 2 openings on your Cricut. Make sure y'all see. So it's 2 openings on your Cricut, and you just make sure your mat fits into the 2 openings, and it's gonna suck it in, and then it's gonna bring you back over here. So we loaded it. And you can't go to the next step. Cricut will not allow you to go to the next step at all. It's going to tell you at this point, you could do fast mode or you can keep it off. I like to do fast mode because It don't really make a big difference in the cutting, but I like to do fast mode for some reason. I think it's helping out the time. And then it has press, flash, and go button. The Cricut sign. So this is the button that's flashing. Okay, so you just press it. Then I'm gonna bring you back to the screen. So what it's doing is just, don't worry about it. It's just capturing it. It's detecting everything. But this cool thing right here on your computer screen, it's giving you the percentage of how long it's gonna take, and you know, how much longer it's gonna take. And then it also gonna show you when it completes the circle, then it's done. So right now we're at 64%. And then now we're at 100%. So now it's finished. So I'm gonna bring you all back over here. And it's still kind of gonna be going, even though it's at 100%, but let's Cricut. And then it's gonna roll out for you. So let me just catch it. So now I'm going to bring you all over here where the magic happens. All right. Put these shirts out the way. So like I said, this is just a beginner. Well, this is just for people that are in the process of starting out, don't know where to start, want to just learn something simple to do. One thing I do like about Cricut though, with Cricut, I'm sorry, I'm finna change the subject, but I highly recommend, if you make shirts, if you do a lot of sublimation, if you deal with heat a lot, period, I highly recommend these gloves because they're lifesavers. I have burnt my thumb, my fingers so many times. So when I finally got these right here, I don't do a project without them. So but as I was saying, a lot of people are just wanting to know where to start. What program do I need to download? What machine do I need to get? And so I'm just showing this video to show you all how simple it could be if you just want to get out there and go for it. So I'm done with my mat for now. So I'm going to hang it back up. And I will do a video on how to clean your mat. I have a board. My board is basically me burning my table right here. This black table, I burned it. So the board is basically for me to just prep on. I don't really do much of anything else besides prep on this board. This right here is my mini heat press. I do use it a lot still when I'm working with like letters and stuff like that, but tonight we're gonna work with a big body tonight, which is my big heat press over here. This is a 16 by 24. My husband surprised me with it one day when I came home because I was struggling, y'all. Let me show y'all what I was struggling with. I was struggling trying to make shirts with this heat press right here. It's a medium size Cricut heat press. So imagine somebody with a 1X and up type shirt wanting a big design on their shirt, and with me having it completed with this size. Yeah, it took a long time. So I still have it, you know, just in case big body want to go out. I highly believe in not giving anything away unless you have 2 or more or something, and you like, hey, I can sell this heat press. Right now I'm not gonna sell it because I only have 1 big heat press, and then I have a medium size that can possibly help me if this was to go out. So yeah. So back to our design. So now we're going to, I'm going to move this stuff, kind of shift this over out my way. So first thing I want to do, this is a black shirt, and really on any shirt, I like to take a lint brush and go across it with a lint brush. So, and I think this is my last one. Take your lint brush and just go across the shirt. Even if it's nothing on there, or if you don't see it, eyeball it or anything like that, still just go across the shirt, because you don't want to press anything down. So one thing about me, I do not like wrinkles. So what we're going to always do before we do anything, we're going to get some wrinkles out of this shirt, okay? Always. Because once you, like I say, once you put your design on your shirt, true enough, the customer is probably going to iron the shirt. But before they get the shirt, you don't want to give them a wrinkle type shirt. So I wanted to show y'all, I hope y'all can see, that I have my heat press set to 350 at 25 seconds. So I'm gonna lift it back up so it can stop counting down. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna lightly put, see, we're just gonna lightly put this shirt on the heat press to get some wrinkles out of it. Alright. And you can stop it at 20. I'm gonna stop it at 15 because I just think that's a pretty good time. And it may come back up like this. That's totally fine. Alright, so now we got some wrinkles out of the shirt. This is how it looks. These right here. These are the neck guides. They are for adults, but I wanted to show you all that these are highly recommended from Amazon. I have to get me some more because, as you can see, when I placed it on the shirt and it was still hot, it kind of melted a little. But these are very, very helpful, and lets you know the center of the neck and where to start and place your image on the adult side. So you have the adult back and you have the adult front. Now let me see if I can find my youth, because if I can't, So these are V-neck. So you have different kinds. These is like a pack, so they even come in V-neck. I don't know if you can see it. It's a V. And then this is a youth, which is the shirt that I'm going to use. And then this is the back of children's. I don't know if you can see. So it has words on there. And this is a youth shirt. So this is what we're going to use. So you place it at the neck line. Right here. And for me, I just like to let it sit right there until I'm done weeding out the image. Okay, so I'm always asked about my weeding process. So weeding can be tricky depending on what type of vinyl you use. This brand of vinyl, scissors, I think I'm saying it right. Scissor, I think I'm saying it right. But anyway, this type of vinyl is the best. I highly recommend it across the board, period. This is a good brand vinyl. It's easy to weed. It's easy to use. It doesn't burn on you quickly. It's just the best all the way around. So when we cut it, I don't know if you can actually see like the lines because it's white or whatever. You probably can see a little. But basically what I like to do when I get ready to weed, I just simply like to go to the top corner of my design and I just poke a little hole through. I don't know if y'all can see that. I just poke a little hole between it. And then I just pull, because it's a clear film and it's white vinyl. So I just peel the white vinyl from the clear film. That's all I do. And I just pull. And basically, if you cannot, because this is a very simple image. So if you cannot remember how your design look, I would always highly recommend you to print out your design and just sit it on the stand next to you or just lay it down next to you. And that way, when you're doing your weeding, you're not weeding out the pieces that are supposed to be left in the design. So, and I could have cut some of this vinyl and saved it for scrap, but I didn't, which is fine. So of course, can't do anything with this, just put it to the side. Now, this is how it looks, because I still got to finish weeding the rest of it. Okay? So, bring y'all down just a little and over. Alright, so I'm just going through. And you know how to spell security, I'm sure. I hope you do. And what you do, you just go through and you just weed out the extra vinyl that did not pull up when you weed it. And then always make sure when you have like a R, a D, or a O, you always gotta make sure that you're not tugging on the wrong part of that enter circle. Okay? So the word is completed. So the reason why I said it's very important to mirror your image is because this is the sticky side. This side goes down on the shirt. This is not sticky. This was the shining part of the vinyl that was needing to be face down on your mat. So now we're going to place it on the shirt. So this is telling me that this is my center. So what I wanted, I'm OCD, y'all, so let me do something right quick. I'm just gonna take my scissors and I'm going to cut at the very top of the image. Because even though it's telling me that's my center, I don't want it to be too far from the neckline and I don't want it to be too close to the neckline. So I'm going to cut that part. I'm going to cut this part too because just make sure you're not cutting your image. Okay? So I basically like cut it out a whole lot. So I left this piece to give me to pull after I heat it. Okay? So right now it's telling me this is the center. And I just place it right there. Right there. Now that I have it centered on the shirt, I can remove this, put it off to the side. Or if you want to keep it, let's just say you was using, if I was using my mini press, I could still leave that right there and just press on top of it like that. But I'm not doing it. I'm using the big body tonight, so I have no choice but to remove this. So I remove this and set it off to the side. And I just kind of lift it up just to make sure it's centered. Even though it already told me that it was centered. And then I lift it up too to just make sure it's not crooked. And to me, it's a tad bit slanted. To me. I have a little bit of OCD. So if you come across your guide that told you it was centered, but it didn't tell you that it was crooked or slanted just a little, you always have that option to go back in and fix it. That's the best part about testing out your stuff. Alright, so it's centered. I don't have to really pull it all the way up. But I could just, you know, tug on it from where it's at to make sure that it's straight and it's not crooked. Alright, so it's not crooked. It's just like I want it. So now we bring it over to the big body. Right? So this is where, and you don't have to, but this is where these come in handy. Put your gloves on, put your gloves on. Alright, so with my heat press, I could do it the long way or I could do it this way. But I'm going to do it the long way. Because I want to make sure that I'm capturing the whole shirt. And if you see, come across any lint that, you know, before you press down, if you come across any lint or anything before you heat it, just kind of brush it off, or take your lint brush and go over it again. So, taking our Teflon paper. This actually came with my heat press, so that was a plus for me, because you can order this, but the fact that it came with it and you can reuse it, I love it. So you just place this over your design, your shirt, your image. Never place this down on your design, because that heat is going to just destroy the image. So you don't want it directly on your design. So I always put something over it to protect it, and something this thick can protect it. So let's go. Clamp it down, let it go for the full 25. The reason why I let it go for the full 25 is because it's going to stick. You don't have to worry about it coming up once you're done. So alright, let it up. You just pull this back, and your gloves are protecting your hands, because when I say this is hot, this is hot. And what you'll do, you'll just peel it off, and see, some letters will be stubborn and won't be ready for peel up, which is why I say let it stay for the full 25. Now I'm kind of shocked that it's doing it the way that it's doing it, because I got it on the right one, but I'm gonna let it sit, because you don't want, and see that I'm so glad that y'all were able to see that, because that does happen a lot. And it ain't because your heat is not hot enough or anything like that. It could really be that instead of it being a regular peel, it could be a cool peel. This is a regular peel, but I think because that letter is on the end, it's not getting the full effect like the rest of the letters. So it won't hurt for you to just go back in and do another 25 seconds. Just let it come off. It's still trying to come off. We just got to play around with this. Okay. So, whenever that happens, don't get discouraged. You don't have to start over. You don't have to do anything. You could just take the end and pull from the opposite side. That's all you will have to do. And voila. And I could take my gloves out too. So what I am going to do, since that came like it did, I want to be able to feel secure that if this customer decides to wash this shirt, wear it again, that it can actually still be on this shirt after she washed it. So I'm going to put it back on the heat press, just like so. And I know I'm supposed to have my gloves on, but it's not gonna take me. I'm going to take my Teflon paper. I'm going to place it over my design again. Some people will do it for 30 seconds. I'm not a full 30-second person, 35-second person, 45-second person, because I feel like it don't take all that for something this simple. I think 25 seconds will be just fine. Now I could stop it at 10 seconds or I could do the full 25. I'm going to do the full 25 because, like I say, I didn't like the fact that it was peeling up when I tried to peel it off the film. So this right here just boosts my confidence level that, hey, it's on this shirt now, you know, because the film is not blocking it. Nothing is blocking it. And it's done. Voila. Here's the shirt. Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all can't see. Here's the shirt. Cute, huh? Cute and simple. So now that I'm done for the night, I always remember to turn off your heat press. If you know you are done for the night, because we can forget. We can. Always turn off your heat press. Alright, so since we have it in the form that we like it to be, this is the final result. I wish I could flip my camera around, but I can't. But I'm going to take a picture in a video. So, now let's fold it. I do have a folding board. I got this from Amazon. I haven't used it in quite some time, but hey. You just place it on here. And you just basically let it fold for you. So, like to do like that, like that, like that. Boom. We are done. That's how it looks. Alright, so I have a film bag that I put my shirts in. And of course, I just place it, I hope y'all can see. I just place it inside my bag. If you're following me on TikTok, this is the process of it. Everything else is like time lapse. And so this is how it is done. Just flip it over. I'll remove this. Of course. So like that. And I get my sticker. Got my stickers from Amazon as well. It say thank you for supporting my small business. Take one. And just put it dead center. And voila. This is done. And I have a bag. I have my bag. I got these for Amazon as well. And they say thank you. And I got this particular color because my logo is kind of gold. And so I ran out of my business card. But being that I actually know this person, you know how we could get lazy with people that we know. But put it in the bag and I give it to her tomorrow at work. So that's it, y'all. I really want to thank y'all for sticking around. If you are at this point of the video, I'm trying to do it without it sloshing. I'm sweating, y'all, because that heat press is hot. It's hot. But if you have made it to this video, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, this was a complete first time beginners video for Cricut. Now silhouette I have no idea about because I'm not a cameo girl. I don't have one. I don't own one. So when it comes down to Cricut design space, I'm able to show you all how I put that disclaimer out there, how I make my shirts and how I achieve the designs that I put on shirts for my customers. So if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Even though my channel shows me and my family, my page will be also displaying Cricut brands, how I got started, more tutorial videos, me, my family, and how my everyday life just goes. I did not want my channel to solely commit to making shirts or just be about my family. I also want to engage to all parties that just love seeing the Kindred family just do us. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to share it. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And we'll see y'all later. So have a good night. And don't forget to shop with C5 Marvelous Creations. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Etsy. I do have my Etsy shop. I'll put my information on my Etsy shop at the bottom. And then what else? I think that's it. My phone finna go dead. I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.